Hello, everyone. This is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I'm the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole, King Dio, Lauren Frey, and the upcoming Jaw the Dragon, coming soon. So, lately, I've been watching a lot of anime, trying to stay up to date on like all my favorite shows, trying to figure out what I want to watch. Actually, there's a lot of stuff out there that like is popular but hasn't really grabbed my attention. Like there's some stuff that's not so popular that I really like, and like there are series that are airing now that I'm actually watching for the first time ever as they air. And one of those series is Spy Family. People call it Spy X Family, but it's actually pronounced Spy Family. Like the X is just silent, which just gets kind of pointless. I guess it's just a Japanese thing. But yeah, Spy Family from Studio Wit, based on the manga series by Tatsuya Endo, I believe. Again, a manga series I've been reading, right? I've been reading it. It's probably one of the first manga series I read on my Kindle. One of the first ones that I really got into. I remember like getting the first 3 volumes or so, just eating this shit up, just getting really into it, and just giving really positive, glowing reviews. And um, I, uh, I'm still a fan. Like I still like the manga series, but watching the anime, I'm beginning to wonder, like, could it be that this anime will actually be better than the manga it was based on? Because looking at like the animations, looking at the character shots, looking at like the movement, like all of it's great. Like Studio Wit is just did a really good job with this one. Seeing the jokes, like a lot of them work better in animation, and I wonder if that's like going to be a trend for me going forward. Because I kind of felt the same way about Psyche K. Is that like I can't imagine how Psyche K is better in manga form than it is in animation form, because like so much of it, like so much of the comedy comes from like the animation, the way the characters move, like just the individual moments, and like the music, right? Like no manga ever has ever had music attached to it. But Spy Family, the thing that I have read the manga for, I think it's safe to say, like going by this first episode, I think I like the anime more. I think it's gorgeously colored. I like the sweet moments. I like the heartfelt moments, like the funny moments, the action moments. Like it all comes together to make a really cool, compelling product with a really cool, interesting characters, and just does a really good job at like selling you on like the premise and the general idea and setting the tone. Far better, I think, than the manga did. I think the manga really struggles with trying coming off as like too serious when like it's really not. Like it does this thing where like it kind of establishes a situation, plays it like completely straight, and then gives like a joke punchline, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Like I think in the most recent volume it was a little bit more balanced, like between the comedy and like just the general nature of the series. But like in the anime, I think it flows a lot better. I think it's a lot more organic. You can kind of see like how these characters go from like being frustrated with each other and like learning about each other. Like it feels a lot less. I remember reading the manga and thinking like the whole deal with like Lloyd with Agent Twilight getting the kid and like adopting her and bringing her home. I remember that being like feeling a little bit rushed and like learning she's a telepath and things like that. Like I remember that I remember feeling that was a little bit rushed in the manga, but in the anime, I think it came off as like more natural. Right, it felt like a real thing that happens, and you start like appreciating the little things more, like Lloyd reading a newspaper to like get his information from like get his orders from like his organization or whatever. You appreciate like things like that, like the joke where he's sipping the coffee and then just like spits it out, like works way better in animation. So going by this first episode, I'm very eagerly anticipating the follow up. That'll be the introduction of Yor. That'll be the introduction of like the general premise, like the introduction of the wife of the family, which I'm really looking forward to. Yor is probably my favorite character. So I I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this first episode. I have very high hopes for this anime season, and I hope it continues this level of keeps this level of quality going forward.